This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review with your MLB Early Lines report for the games on Wednesday, August the 24th. We're going to focus in on one game that has piqued my betting interest for the Wednesday baseball card, and we're going to talk about it right now. We're going to look at the Detroit Tigers taking on the Minnesota Twins in Wednesday action. I'm not about to sell anybody on the fact that Matt Boyd, the Tigers lefty, is a premium pitcher. Okay, he's not. But right now, he's a decent pitcher that's in very good form for the Detroit Tigers. And right now, the Tigers team in general looks to be priced a little bit cheap here in this matchup. This is more of a price, just a play on a Detroit Tigers team that I think is a little bit underpriced right now. A team that certainly has a lot to play for, still alive in the American League wildcard race at 65 and 59. And Matt Boyd, to his credit, he's pitched very well and very consistently for this Detroit Tigers team. In his last 7 starts, he's allowed 3 runs or less in every single outing. He's given the Tigers a chance to win. In fact, during that span, Detroit's 6-1 in Matt Boyd's last 7 starts. So they've been winning with Matt Boyd on the mound, in fact, including the last 4 times that Matt Boyd has taken the mound for the Detroit Tigers, including a pretty good outing, actually. His last 2, when you look at his last 2 starts, Texas and Boston, allowing just 1 earned run in 13 innings combined against the Red Sox and the Rangers lineups. That's pretty impressive stuff from Matt Boyd. So we definitely have to give him credit for that. He has done a fairly good job here pitching lately for the Detroit Tigers. The strikeouts, 12 in his last 18 innings of work, 13 hits, and just 4 runs allowed in his last 18 innings of work as well. So very good numbers for Matt Boyd. I think he can keep it going here against this Twins team, and it is worth noting Matt Boyd 2-0 in his career against the Minnesota Twins. He's held them to just 2 earned runs in 12 previous innings pitched against this Minnesota team. So I think Matt Boyd, as he's done for his last several starts, going to give Detroit a chance to win this game. On the flip side, Tyler Duffy is a guy that's really had issues most of this season. He's had some good starts here and there, but last time out against Kansas City, it was a struggle for him. 5 runs allowed in just 3.2 innings. Walks were an issue in that start for Tyler Duffy. He's facing a Detroit team that he lost to earlier this season in his lone previous start against the Tigers back in April. Tigers got 4 runs on 5 hits and 6.1 innings against Duffy. I think they're going to be able to have some success against him in this game. Tyler Duffy has had just a miserable time of it at Target Field this season. A 6.67 home ERA for him in 11 starts at Target Field here in Minnesota. Just very poor numbers for him pitching here in Minnesota. I think that might continue here. And Minnesota, you give them credit for really coming out of the All-Star break, playing some good baseball. They were a good value play, getting an underdog price in most games, but the lineup has really cooled off. There's a lot of guys right now in this Twins lineup not hitting the ball very well at all. In fact, in that 4-game sweep against Kansas City, they were swept, I should say, in 4 games by the Kansas City Royals over the weekend, and they scored just 6 runs in those 4 games combined. That's simply not going to get the job done. Very poor showing at the plate from the Twins in that series against Kansas City. So it's an offense that's slumping. Pitching staff's been knocked around a bit. The bullpen remains, I'd say, a mediocre bullpen at best, and I think they're going to have issues here in this game. So I think it's a reasonable price here with this Detroit team. Minus 125, minus 120 to minus 125 is the range that you can lay here with Detroit on the road as a favorite. Let's keep in mind Minnesota's still 12 games below 500, 25 and 37 at home this season. Not a very good home record by any stretch, and I think Detroit, a lot to play for. They got a big-time win against Boston to wrap up that 4-game series, get out of there with a split against the Red Sox on the weekend, day off, and a guy that's in pretty good form right now in Matt Boyd. So put it all together, and I'm going to make the case for Detroit. Minus 120, minus 125 in that range to get the win over Minnesota on the Wednesday card for August 24th. That's my look at the MLB early lines for the games on Wednesday, August 24th. I'm Ian Cameron.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.